What if I told you that Feng Yuan isn't actually a villain, but something far more unsettling? If you're still trying to put him in the good or evil box, you're missing what makes this character truly terrifying. He's what I call a pure being. A person so single-mindedly focused on one goal that everything else becomes irrelevant. That goal? Eternal life. Here's where it gets fascinating. The author might have started writing a dark protagonist, but Feng Yuan evolved into something else entirely. He became a walking thought experiment. What if a human being cared about only one thing? How would they see the world? How would they treat other people? Feng Yuan's answer is brutally simple. Everything is a tool. People, emotions, morals, all just instruments to be used. Now, this is where he differs completely from your typical villain. Think about classic antagonists. They're often in it for the power, the chaos, or the sheer pleasure of being evil. But Feng Yuan? He operates like an advanced AI with one overriding objective. His programming has just one command: achieve immortality. Anything that helps gets used. Anything that doesn't, completely ignored. Let me make this concrete. When his entire clan mocked him, it didn't even register as an insult. But when his internal calculations showed that eliminating them would create a faster path to immortality, he acted instantly, as effortlessly as you'd close a browser tab. Here's what's really chilling. To him, saving the world or destroying it are morally identical. Both options register as 0 on his moral compass. The only question that matters is, which one gets him closer to his goal? You might think this is just fictional philosophy, but we actually see similar thinking in our world. Consider extremists who sacrifice everything, including innocent lives, for their greater cause. To their followers, they're heroes. To their victims, they're monsters. Feng Yuan takes this to its ultimate conclusion. Except his greater cause is the most personal one possible. His own existence, forever. But to really understand him, you need to see the world through his eyes. Imagine discovering you're in a rigged game where the dice are loaded against you. The system is designed for you to lose. What would you do? You'd either accept defeat, or you'd become the better hacker and rewrite the rules entirely. That's exactly what Feng Yuan's demonic path is. Not random evil, but a calculated response to a broken system. Now, I know this makes many viewers uncomfortable. We want our stories to give us moral clarity, heroes to cheer for, villains to hate. But here's the truth. Stories are safe spaces to explore dangerous ideas. Watching a disaster movie doesn't mean you want cities to drown. Appreciating a brilliant villain doesn't mean you support their actions. That's why we can be fascinated by Feng Yuan from a safe distance. Let's be clear. If we met someone like him in real life, we'd be running for the hills. But in the pages of a book, he forces us to confront terrifying questions. Does a grand goal justify any means? What happens when you remove all moral limits? And scariest of all, does his logic actually make a twisted kind of sense? Fang Yuan doesn't give us easy answers. He is the question, one that will haunt you long after you've finished reading.